Hey everybody, it's Dwayne from Miller's Hilltop Homestead. Last week we began a video series called Field to Freezer. We document the process of harvesting, processing, and preserving the great buck that the Lord blessed us with. Last week we documented the hunt and the harvest of the deer. In this week's video, we're going to show you how we break it down in the field. We prefer to process our own meat for a lot of reasons, and we're going to show you how we break it down in the field, take home nothing but meat and antlers, leave the mess in the field. I hope you guys enjoy the journey. We're going to use a gutless method. We process our own deer. We don't take them to a processor, and we don't want the mess at home. So we're going to process it right here. I'm not going to do a shoulder mount on this deer, so we're not going to cape it. We're just going to skin it, quarter it, and then debone it all right here, and then the coyotes will get what's the little bit of stuff that's left. It'll take probably an hour or so.
All right.
We'll talk about kind of each step as we go, but we're going to start. We're going to go around the front legs above the knee joint.
Okay.
Make a cut. We're going to go all the way up to the shoulder.
And you're just cutting through the skin right now?
We're just cutting through the skin. We're going to do the same thing on all four legs.
Okay.
And then we're going to come in, we're going to zip it open.
But not cut the guts.
Yep, we're going to come in, we're going to zip it open, up the middle here, up the neck, and just peel the hide back. And it's a fairly clean way to clean it.
Minimal.
Not a lot of blood and mess.
Yeah.
We're going to take as we take the meat off, we're going to hang it on tree limbs, just let it get cool. It's a nice cool day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to let it cool off, and that's the key to the quality meat. So
Cool.
if it was a hot day, we'd have an ice chest with us, and we just put the meat in it. We just make a circle there.
What kind of knife you use in there?
This is an outdoor edge. I believe it's a razor blaze, I think is what they call it.
And you're not endorsed to say such,
No.
but
So we go right
it
up,
works well, right?
Yep, so we go right up under the skin into the armpit. And then we're just gonna kind of peel that back right there. Try to get as little hair on the meat as we can, saves time later.
Right. And
Away from the tarsal glands.
tarsal glands, don't get them.
If you touch
Okay.
that and then touch the meat, it'll be really gamey.
So don't touch them.
Really gamey
Don't
taste.
touch the tarsal
Try
gland.
not to cut the, what's it called, tendon? Achilles.
Really? Why?
Just easier to handle. The
Okay.
whole leg will go limp when that happens.
Oh, okay.
Makes it harder to skin. Yeah, we're gonna go right up the front of the leg. Kind of right up the line between the light hair and the dark hair. We're gonna do the same thing back here.
Blade, tarsal glands.
I cut that Achilles, but it doesn't really matter. So
Could you point out like the tarsal gland really explicitly here?
that's the tarsal gland when a buck's in rut,
Don't.
and they pee on that, and it
Include
leaves their
that.
scent, leaves that scent all over their scrapes.
Yeah, so you want to cut
That track
above
does.
that,
Yeah.
higher than that.
Yep.
Here now.
I want to change blades in my knife, get the gut hook, and we're going to split it from here all the way down.
Okay. Using a gut hook.
Just hook that under the hide. Unzip it. And unzip it.
Just like you would a rabbit or a squirrel.
Yep. That easy. Then we'll put the other blade back on and just peel it back. Let's switch to this one.
avoiding the tarsal gland again.
The tarsal glands are only on the back legs.
Back legs.
Smell it from here.
Yeah.
You know, I was driving, been last week, I guess, and bucks were already chasing does. And I saw that big buck back north across the hill from the road, and I got right down here. And it may have been this one. He was a big buck, just not as big as the other one. Ran out in the road, looked at me, turned around, and ran back onto this place.
Yep.
And when I got up there, I could still smell him.
Yep.
You need a Band-Aid?
No, he's
Okay.
about quit bleeding. All right, let's see what we got here on the top.
Not overly fat. He's just right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just right.
Can you grab that one for me?
Yeah.
Gland, let's get rid of it.
You get rid of the gland, you said. Having seen the method of hanging the deer and doing it, or
Okay, let's get this front up here now.
doing it this way, this actually seems at least just as fast and a whole lot cleaner.
If you would rather do this, or if you're too tired to...
Yeah, don't
Do it,
overdo.
don't worry
I
about it.
can
Don't overdo
I
it.
can hang on to it for a while.
All right, here we go. Now we're ready to take this quarter.
So how do you decide where to cut there, Dwayne?
When you lift it, it just pulls it tight. There's no joints in the shoulder.
Okay.
It's held on by muscle.
Okay.
And so you just start cutting under the shoulder blade.
Keep tension on it. and
There's
you
a
You can see that one.
line between the muscle
If you
groups
pull-
that you
lift up
can
on
go
it just a
between,
little bit.
right?
Yep. See right here, you just follow that line.
Follow the line.
You did.
Follow the muscle.
When in
groups.
doubt, follow the muscle. The lines in the muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. So it's gonna lay there and cool. We're right here to watch it, make sure it don't get anything done to it.
This, we're gonna
Yeah.
grind it.
Yeah.
The hide.
I don't know what you call it.
It's coming off
Flank
real
meat,
good.
maybe?
Yeah. Good words in it.
What are you doing right there?
Taking all this meat off. This will go in the grind pile.
Oh, the grinding meat. Okay.
All right, hang that. That's not thick enough right there. I'm gonna mess with it. We'll come back later and get that rib meat. Notice I'm not grabbing the tarsal gland.
Yeah, don't touch
This
the
is a little
tarsal.
trickier because there's big arteries down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it may get a little bloody and a
Get a
little
little
messy.
bloody, yeah. His blood pressure's pretty low though. So
And I just clipped an artery.
you won't hurt a thing.
There's guts. Just clipped them. I didn't break them, but I exposed them.
Okay. So you don't want your meat to touch that?
No.
Well, if you can help it.
Now if I go in here,
You could avoid it.
The
I always have trouble. There we go. I always have trouble with the pelvis.
Yeah, you found it right there, right off the bat.
We're gonna go right up here.
So if you see the guts, which are
There's the ball
underneath his
joint.
hand there
Got
in the
See it
picture
right
right
here,
there,
it snap.
if you see that, avoid that as you are trying to get your meat off of there. Just pull the meat back and cut further away
When you
from
get in
that.
that ball joint, you can hear it snap, and after that, you got it made.
Okay.
Okay, now don't worry if
Right out here, around the pelvis.
if we cut through an artery, it's okay. It's already meat. It's ready to just be cut up.
Okay, now we're gonna go after the back strap.
Extra.
We're gonna go, I'm gonna spin this tarp around. We're gonna go right down the spine,
Okay.
all the way up here. And then we're gonna work it down. The back strap comes from the spine all the way down to the top of the ribs.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the spine. Work our way back. Careful not to go in too deep.
If you run out of blades, I got about 8 knives with me up there. So
Okay.
I don't have any interchangeable blade knives.
Yeah, the knife
They
Dwayne's
don't- they
using
don't
has interchangeable
They
blades.
don't stay sharp too long, so I'll bring lots of knives.
Okay. So we've gone from here
Yep.
all the way to the
the
base
neck.
of the neck. Now we're gonna go in here. You're just gonna lift up the muscle and start following the bone. That would be, if it was a pig, that would be the pork loin you would buy in the store.
Okay. So this is a venison
You can-
loin.
Yeah.
Yep. The only piece of meat on the planet that might be better than this back strap would be that off of an elk or maybe a moose. And the big thing it's got going for it is the back strap of an elk's 5 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah, you really got the meat on there. Backstrap off an elk probably weigh, off a moose probably weigh 30 pounds.
Okay, so we're gonna come in here, we're gonna cut the end of that, front end of that back strap so we can start taking it loose now.
Okay.
We're gonna work it out.
So you're following ribs at this point? Okay.
Well, at this
Underneath
point,
there?
I'm still following the spine.
Spine? Okay.
And up here, you can just take your finger and work a lot of that connective tissue loose and pull the muscle groups apart where you can see in there.
Yeah.
Start cutting down to meet the cut we've already made. And we're gonna just gently pull and cut till we get that dude out of there. All right, can you hold that?
Yes, sir. What's the dandy?
This is organic before organic was cool. Okay, let's get a little bit of that neck meat
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
and we'll be half done. Why am I going to pay somebody to do something that I can do? I know I'm getting my meat.
Yeah, you know exactly how it's getting treated and all that.
And you know you're getting all of it. There's been a time or two at the processing plant when I picked up my meat, I didn't think I had it all.
So as of right now, we can think of this as meat.
Thought that was a piece of jacket
All the way back.
all the way back there, but it wasn't.
What's cooling off
Nice, good red meat.
is cooling nicely.
Okay, so I've switched over here, kind of behind him where I can work on the hide and start working toward the back straps. Just kind of redoing what we did a while ago.
Except for on the other side.
Again, just stay parallel to the spine. Work around those vertebrae. There we go. All right, we'll find the ribs. We'll find that seam where the rib meat comes up over the back strap. We're gonna make an attempt at a tenderloin. And I don't know if I can get in there to it or not.
Once you get into that gland and get into the paunch, as they call it, you can't, the gland, you can't wash it off. It'll taint the meat.
Okay. So the tenderloin, you can feel the vertebrae are right here. Spine comes down, comes out here. It makes kind of a T. Okay. Well, right under this part right here is where your tenderloins lay on each side, between the back of the ribs and the hip.
Okay.
And they're just right there. Sometimes I can get them, and sometimes I end up making a big mess. We still got some deboning to do too.
So this part is not wasting meat.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Join us again next week where we show you how we debone the quarters of the deer and take home nothing but meat and antlers. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, mash that notification button, and we will see you again next week.